Hello and welcome to the final episode of the season. It's been a couple of weeks since I last uploaded or even touched Football Manager, to be honest. It being December, work was relentless. I also had my birthday in there, so, had a bit of a party for that. But luckily now, my my place of work is in Tier 3, so it's now closed. So back to business, I guess. It's nice to have a bit of a break after that December paddling. We have a job to do today against Real Madrid in our last game of the season. As you can see at the table, we're currently 5th. Sevilla breathing down our necks, 2 points behind. This is a tough final game away at the Bernabeu. And Sevilla have it relatively easy. Let's have a look. They've got Alaves at home. And Alaves mid-table, I believe. Not even that. 15th. All on 36 with Levante and Eibar above the relegation zone. Atletico Madrid have been confirmed winners of the La Liga with one game to go. 4 points away from Barcelona, so they ain't going to catch them. We'll go through what you've missed, which was good and bad. So we drew against Atletico Madrid, which was great. I'll take a point there any day of the week. We then followed that up with a win against Villarreal. Nice 3-0, convincing stuff. A hat-trick from Yeremy Pino. That was the one. Obviously, delighted with that. Pretty much a full-strength side. Chukwueze was benched after being knackered from the Atletico Madrid game, but not to worry, Yeremy Pino popped up with 3 goals, scoring his first league hat-trick of his career, hopefully the first of many. Then we got a bit sloppy. 0-0 against Pamplona, which I was a bit mad about. The same old story of us not taking our chances. And then again, Hacienda 2-2. It was a very hard-fought game. We went behind 2-0, and I thought all was lost. We went super attacking. Goals from Gomez and Chukwueze. Chukwueze having a 94th minute winner ruled out for offside. That one hurt. Because if that had stood, 3 points, and we'd be confirmed 5th in the Europa League next season. And I'm going to show you why being in the Europa League next season is vital. Because if we just nip to our squad, we're going to hover over Pau Torres. Pre-concern is starting to consider whether he should be looking to move to a bigger club. He's not the only one. Pau Torres, I'm pretty much set to lose. I don't see a future where we're able to hold on to him. And he's going to go for big money. So replacing him will be a massive priority come the transfer window when he eventually goes. Paco Alcalça is completely fine with his situation. There was a few more. Chukwueze, pre-concern again. These are players that are vital to the survival of this team. They are our key players. And we need to be able to hold on to them. There's a few others. But strengthening this side and holding on to players like Chukwueze, I do not want Chukwueze to leave, especially if we lose Pau Torres. It's going to be 2 huge holes to fill. So we'll see if we can hold on to them. But yeah, getting something out of this game and staying in the Europa League for next season, seeing as though we can't get into the Champions League, is the most important thing. So the side to do that will be... Let's ignore all this apart from the opposition instructions. What happened here? Okay, so Gagliardini and Paco Alcalça got switched for some reason. That was weird. Let's ignore that. So, Sergio Asenjo in net. Back 4 of Gaspar, Torres and Comar. Costa on the left. Midfield 3 of Coquelin, Gagliardini, Dani Parejo. Front 3 of Barrenechea, Paco Alcalça and Chukwueze. We're going to go with what we know, the tiki-taka style. I'm gonna take some blame for the tactics this season. I'm going to be looking at changing them massively next season to give us much more versatility and getting the best out of the players that we have. Because with the side that we've got, I thought we could have been able to be at least competitive and trying to get into the Champions League. But Valencia have just been, better than us. And I'm real mad about it. Could have been anybody else. They lost all the best players and still are better than us. Anyway, let's get into the game and see how we get on. Okay, let's have a look at Real Madrid's lineup here. Sergio Senjo, Marco Senjo, Martin de Roon. It doesn't look like the strongest side. Hazard on the bench, Isco on the bench, Marcelo on the bench, Vasquez on the bench, Ramos, Lunin as well. I mean, it's not a full strength side. We can get somewhat away from this. I mean, I'm going to take a point. I'll be happy with a point because I think... Because in La Liga it goes to head-to-head. So I'm hoping we did well against Sevilla. I can't remember. I know... Oh, did we... Yeah, I feel like we've done well against Sevilla. So we'll pump some fists. Chance to qualify for the Europa Cup. No one is happy about that. That's cool. Still not going to be an easy game, and they do have quality on the bench. Valverde starts, worried about him. Ooh. I just... if we do fail here and we lose our league position, we'll be keeping an eye on Sevilla. But yeah, if we do end up losing here, this is... It's not the end of the world as long as Sevilla don't win. Ball bouncing around in their box, but it's cleared out to Jovic, and he's on the break. Costa easily dispossesses him. Lovely stuff. Juan Comar to Gaspar. Chukwueze sprints away, but Valverde intercepts. What a quality player he is. Odegaard to De Roon. Out wide to Rodrigo. Comes up to Militao. Sergio Senjo with a point-blank save from Rodrigo. Keeps us in the game. And Sevilla have gone 1-0 up against Alaves. Munir with the goal. And let's just quickly have a look at the league table. I will after this highlight. Because that'll tell us whether a point is good enough or not. Mendy plays it out to De Roon. Odegaard with a long effort. Straight at Senjo. No problems there catching that. Sergio Senjo plays it up. Paco Salsa's nicked it off Militao and sticks it in the bottom right-hand corner. We're 1-0 up at the Bilbao. 18th goal of the season for Paco Salsa. And we're looking good. Well, at least we're matching Sevilla. Unfortunately, this won't let me know whether a point is good enough. So we're just going to have to hope we don't lose now. Let's take a look at the league table. So obviously we're ahead 2 points in front of Sevilla now. We've got a much better goal difference, but I'm pretty sure in the Liga it comes down to head-to-heads anyway. So that's useless for us, unfortunately. Unless we've matched their the head-to-head. So say we've won one, they've won one. Same goal differences kind of thing. And that way it would go down to straight goal difference. And ours is much more superior to Sevilla. So I guess it is sort of useful. And half-time, we're sitting pretty. 1-0. Getting the job done at the moment. Obviously, Real Madrid haven't been at their best. We're going to outstretch our arms. Happy with the performance. Get everyone inspired and motivated. And we'll start the second half. We'll drop down to balanced. And let it continue. We've got about half of their XG. It was a hard chance for Paco to put away. But I just want the ref to blow the whistle now. Half an hour to go. Not many highlights. A game of few chances. Just looking at the suggestions from the dugout, Gagliardini looks tired, so we're going to make a sub here. We'll bring on Vincente Iborra, swap him for Gagliardini, and then put Coquelin in the box-to-box midfielder role, and Vincente can have the defensive midfielder position. Anything else to do? Chukwueze's not having a great game, but we'll let it roll for now. Jeremy Pino is currently on international duty with the Spanish under-21s, so is unavailable for us, which is less than ideal, considering he's been one of our best goal scorers of the season. 15 minutes to go. I mean, I'm happy without another highlight. More than happy. Sevilla's still leading in their game. Just ignore that. Madrid going to a 4-4-2, putting Darun up top. And they have a highlight. Vasquez with it. Odegaard plays the ball across. Pau with a commanding header. And Coquelin plays it forward to Paco Athalsa, who's on the break. And Varane with the excellent interception there. Retains possession and gives it to Odegaard. Kwame Costa nips in front of that pass and then gives it immediately away to Marcelo. Real Madrid with their more premium players on the pitch, and it's starting to show. Asenjo gathers that one up easily, and we'll go a bit defensive. We'll go very defensive. Everyone is tired, so we'll do a vast switch up here, hopefully wasting a bit more time. Bring on Albiol for Torres. We'll bring on, who else is absolutely knackered? Parejo is shot, so he can come off. Chukwueze is tired, and we'll bring on Moreno for him. Barnechea also flagging, so Pedraza can come on. And is that all the subs we can make? See if we can bring on Catharas as well. Nope, we can't. So Coquelin can change up to a ball-winning midfielder on defensive duties, and hoping that will do the trick. I didn't expect a win here today. I mean, I know the season's effectively over for Real Madrid and they didn't play their full team, but I thought they would have made a game of it more than they have. And that's that. A naughty 1-0 win. Probably not deserved. Half their XG, half their shots, and under half on target. I'm not mad. I'm not even mad. We've got the job done, and that is all that matters. That was special, lads. Nobody gave us a chance. Not even me. I didn't come here thinking we could do anything. So I'll be taking that all the way to the bank, and that, how the table looks, is how it'll finish. Relegation for Villarreal, Elche, and Hacenda. Atletico Madrid's crown champions. Barcelona 1 point behind them in the end, so it was quite close. Real Madrid on 86. Valencia way down on 77. And then us way down on 68. Sevilla finishing 2 behind us. And Sociedad 4 behind us as well. So, and you can see this little group here, this little cluster that avoided relegation by 6 or 9 points. They were always flirting with it, but never quite down there. And there was us never quite reaching Valencia's heights. Literally ever since that defeat when Kwame Costa got sent off. But, you know, I'm not mad. If that's how the season goes, that's how the season goes. We will return with the end of season highlights. Okay, so here we have our end of season review, 2020 to 2021. I'm hoping 21 will be a better year than 20. I think a lot of people are thinking that. Looking at our new arrivals, we had a few that happened before I arrived, like Juan Foyth on loan. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be sticking around after this season unless we get him back on loan. We've got Danny Parejo in, obviously. This guy, whoever he is, can't remember. Did I bring him in? Hassim Hassan. I would remember that name. Never mind. Got Pervis Esputan in as well. all of these done before I got here. But looking at the transfers I brought in, got Juan Cruz Comar. That gets the special start for one of the best player that I've brought in anyway. Gets an A+ from the board. Board are delighted with the deal to sign Juan Cruz Comar. This is mainly due to getting the player to agree to a lower wage than we would have expected for someone with his ability. He's going to be a steady centre-back for us for many years to come, and I think 1.8 million is a pretty good bargain for us. Ended up playing 28 games with 5 from the bench as well. We had Gagliardini. I think this is personally my player. Well, new signing of the season. Wait, Barrenechea's not on here. Oh, this is a really long list. Oh, okay, right, okay. So aside from Barrenechea, I was really happy with Gagliardini. I mean, for less than 5 million quid, 35 appearances, 11 from the bench as well. 6 goals, 3 assists, average rating of 7. He had a pretty good season, and you know what? He's an Italy international. He adds strength and depth in midfield. He's 27 years old. He's good. He's good, man. So this is just transferred in. So looking down here, we had Ugarte as well, who came in January. Gets an A+ as well. He's going to be great. Only 7 appearances and 6 from the bench. We had Coquelin that was obviously done before I got here, but very solid player. Played a lot of games for us. 40 appearances, 4 from the bench. Favoured in that holding midfielder role. A couple here that we didn't know about. We got Kuthenda in. He's been on loan. I've got Evan Omeric as well. Couple for the future. Barrenechea. He's had a good first season. 10 goals from 33 appearances with 3 from the bench. Hoping to see more from him next season, but I'm hoping that my tactical genius will play a part in making him a better player. Geronimo Rulli only played, he played 16 times. That's not bad for a reserve goalkeeper. He will either become our main goalkeeper when Sergio Asano leaves or becomes too old, but he's a good beekeeper to have around. And we also got Francis, who's not been in the team yet. But yeah, that was transfers in. Transfers out. Happy to get as much money as we did for Alberto Moreno. He played 19 times for us before he was sold in January, but he was definitely surplus to requirements. Fernandez just wanted to leave, so we let him go. Alvaro was arranged before I got here. So was we sold him now. Yeah, we got a lot of money for him. I know he's quite a young striker that could develop, but I think he's a bit shit. So that's that. Funes Mori probably could have not done with not selling him, but I got in his replacement for nearly 1.8 million into 9. It's like less than 20% of what we sold him for. 30 years old. He goes to a Premier League club, 9 million quid. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Definitely a bit of personal preference coming in there, but that's fine. That's what it's all about. Got Carlos Bacca off the wage bill, thankfully. Hopefully we won't be paying his wages that we agreed to for much longer. And this dude, still don't know where he came from, so fine, Chakla. But we won't be hearing from him ever again. So, season results. As we said, Sevilla getting into the playoffs for the Europa League, and Bilbao, who beat us in the cup final, also getting Europa League action for next year. We missed out on the Champions League spots. We weren't ever really close. But okay, we were close until this awful run of form. Where is it? Valencia 1-0 here. So that lost to Vigo. And we weren't that bad in the run-in in the end, but we had this dip here. Let's just there we go. That's probably 10-game dip there. That was really, really hurt our chances for qualification. I mean, we had some really good runs in here as well, but I think I'm going to say it was tactics and strength and depth was where we failed. Too many games, too close next to each other showed our lack of depth and quality, and lots of disappointing draws. If we'd have won a couple more of these, we might have been in with a shout. The board are happy. They give me a B. Delighted that we've qualified for the Europa Cup. We were, I wouldn't say we were unlucky against Tottenham, but they definitely deserve to go through on the end of it. But we definitely gave him a good go. Looking at here, get a B for the Europa League as well. We ended up losing both games, but it was tighter than that. Spanish Cup, losing in the final. The less said about that, the better. Moments to remember: a 6-0 win against Elche, who have been relegated. I'm slightly sad about that because I have a bit of an affinity for Elche, but I'm a manager of Villarreal, and I'm gonna shit all over them. Got the match to remember, which is our 3-1 defeat against Zenit. It set up our qualification for the Europa League semi-final, but that's a funny one to remember. We played awfully. And then goal of the season was scored by Jeremy Pino against St. Gallen. So we watched that one. Lovely. I do miss being able to watch that because I quite enjoyed looking at the goal of the season. Finance-wise, staying at a 4-star club, pretty good. Sponsorship, 4.5 mil. Broadcast, 20 mil. All good stuff. Paco Salsa with the majority of the shirt sales. Not surprising considering he was our top goal scorer. Gagliardini gets a mention as well, which is quite good seeing as though he was somebody I brought in. 11,000 shirts sold. And how we lined up, I would say, yeah, that's probably how we did for most of the season, especially when we changed to this formation. This was more often than not how we set up. Kwame Costa would give Espitano a run for his money until he got himself sent off in the most important match of the season. Still, I'm not mad about it. I promise, I'm not mad. But the best 11 is Sergio Asenjo in net, back four of Gaspar, Torres, Albiol, and Espitano. Midfield 3 of Trigueros, Gagliardini, and Parejo, and a front 3 of Barnechea, Paco Salsa, and Chukwueze. Didn't really get the best out of Paco, considering he scored 18 goals with 6 assists, and still didn't quite manage a 7. Got to manage my players better, clearly. Fans player of the season was Manu Trigueros. I wasn't surprised at this, actually, because when he played very well. Got most assists in the season, breaks the record, and considering he wasn't a first-team player for most of the season, but pretty good. Takes home the most man of the match awards as well for 5. Kwame Costa with the worst discipline. Really shocking. Mario Gaspar makes the most appearances for the club now at 328. He's probably going to stick around next season unless he wants to leave. Jeremy Pino scores a goal this season. We saw Chukwueze top goal scorer. Hey, I thought it was Paco, but all right, fair enough. Pau Torres with the highest average rating. Yeah, we're gonna miss him. We're really gonna miss him. So yeah, the season review reflects as a job well done. I mean, I can. Yes, fine. Europa League is good. If we'd have missed out on the Europa League, we could have been in trouble. I mean, we missed out on our main objectives, so that wasn't great. I'll have a look at the club objectives meeting as well. So they were trying to get me to work within the wage budget, and unless they increase the wage budget, we ain't going to do that. Maximum of 1-year contracts for those over 33, we can definitely do that. And minimum 4-year contracts for first-team players, that's fine. Develop players using the club youth system. Well, we've still got Jeremy for that, so that will work. He'll be definitely coming into the first team more and more and more as we progress. Second knockout round for Europa League next season. We can manage that, I'm sure. And then they want us to work on qualifying for the Champions League. So hopefully we can get to the Champions League next season and beat that objective. Team leaders are Sergio Asenjo, Mario Gaspar, and Manu Trigueros. Yeah, that's fair. Let's have a look at the new season team report. Yeah, they agree with my notable weakness that there's not a great deal of quality and depth outside the first team. Albiol's probably going to need replacing. We're going to really have to shake up our defence, especially if Pau Torres leaves, which he probably is going to. Yeah. So let's have a look up here. Jose Gaya wins Player of the Season. I mean, there's no way we can sign him, right? We'll get another scout report just in case. And then Lionel Messi behind him and Thomas Lemar behind him. Only 12 goals from Messi, 14 assists for his season. Definitely not the player he once was. Williams scoring the Golden Boot for the league, 16 goals, followed by Santimina with 15 and Igo Aspas with 14. Both of them for Vigo. Must have scored nearly all their goals. All Black wins the goalkeeper of the year. We've got Sergio Asenjo in third there. He keeps 13 clean sheets, which is stark contrast to Thibaut Courtois in second with 24 and All Black with 22. Only an average rating of 6.73. Not that high. And Diego Simeone wins Manager of the Season. Ronald Koeman behind him and MVP in third. Win ratio of nearly half, but yet again compared to 76% for those two. It's not quite in the same league, is it? Anyway, I'll be looking at improving the squad, obviously, for next season. We've got a few new players coming in. Be looking at a complete overhaul on tactics. I'm going to try and take control of... I'm not going to take control of training sessions. I'm going to try and take control of individual player training so that we can have our players trying to actually fit the roles that we want them to. And yeah, an interesting first season. Didn't go the way that we went it to. Definitely a roller coaster ride. I mean, Cup final, Europa League semi-final, last day of the season, scramble to even get in the Europa League. But I think the future's bright, and we'll come back and give it a good go next year. If you've watched the whole season, thank you. Really appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed it, because I have. And I'll see you at the start of the new season with a new squad, new tactics, a new mentality, renewed vigor. I've been MVP. Thanks for watching. Hasta luego. Bye for now.